Hello, this is Michael Lean, and this is another Bristlecone broadcast. Today, we're going to be talking about the top 3 reasons you should pursue a Cloud FinOps strategy. Today, we have Udaya with us. He leads the studio in this domain, and he's going to talk to us about those 3 things, which are cost visibility, resource optimization, and rate optimization. So, Udaya, let's start with cost visibility. Give a brief background on Cloud FinOps, and then let's go into this number 1 reason why you should pursue this strategy.
Right. Thanks, Michael. Good morning. So Cloud FinOps is a evolving operating model and also a cultural shift wherein 3 critical teams come together, which are the engineering, the finance, and the business teams, to look at how the cloud investment has gone in and what is the business outcome that can be tied back to the cloud investment that they're doing. So this is a very important topic and a problem statement for most of the leaders in the cloud space. That's where Cloud FinOps has gained a lot of traction. That's the first part of what Cloud FinOps is.
Okay, and what about more about cost visibility? It seems important to tie all the business units into their cloud usage, but besides just accounting measures, how does this save anybody money? Why is this a top strategy?
Right. So with the proliferation of cloud and services and application hosted on cloud, moving to cloud, so the challenge with all the cloud leaders, the organizations, is the spend that is going into these services. So how services are being built, that's number 1. And the ability to showcase, where a specific amount is built and to tie it back to the business outcome, the cost visibility. It has become much more important when we have multi-cloud scenarios or even a hybrid cloud scenario where some of the applications and services are running on cloud, some are on-premise or across hyperscalers. So there is no good mechanism right now for the organizations to look at how the costs are being consumed across these multi-cloud and hybrid cloud scenarios. So that's the cost visibility that everybody is seeking for. And fortunately, there are some solutions now in place and a structure now in place that we in Bristlecone also can offer to bring this cost visibility.
Okay, so how does that flow into resource optimization? I imagine all 3 points are sort of very complementary to each other, correct?
That's true. The first part is what we discussed, cost visibility. This is the key input for the leaders to go into the next one. So resource optimization talks about numerous cloud resources that we have. As you know, we have the compute resources, we have the data resources, and the storage, right? So resource optimization is based on the cost visibility input that we will have. We can focus on eliminating cloud waste, number 1. That's the idle resources. And there are opportunity to right-size some of the cloud resources already in place. They may not be optimally used. That's what we call the right-sizing. That's a good opportunity. And auto-scaling and auto-provisioning. There is a way to look at the behavior in the past and set the right auto-scaling properties for the cloud resources. So these are some of the key resource optimization threads that we have. And even based on the approach we have a matrix when we engage the customer. We can talk about low effort, low saving versus high effort, high saving, that kind of a matrix, and take the engagement through those phases, addressing the low-hanging fruits first, then getting bigger buck for some of the replatforming exercises that also may be needed. That's a part of the resource optimization.
Great. So can you give me some examples of cloud wastage that some companies, might be committing right now, but when you do this with cost visibility and resource optimization, you can identify right away?
True. So storage optimization is a very good example. There are absolute snapshots of the database that are provisioned once but never used. Definitely, that's a very good wastage to be eliminated. There are similar things about some of the even the provisioning, the multiple instances that are set up initially, but not leveraged. They may be needed only probably during the holiday season, peak season, Thanksgiving traffic, but then they're never actually optimized beyond that. They were set up once, provisioned once. So these are some of the examples which can be addressed easily with idle resources. One is the database resources and one is the compute resources.
Talk to me about rate optimization, our third point.
That's a very interesting topic of rate optimization. Once engineering teams collaborates well with the finance team and the business teams, we are empowering the procurement and the finance teams to do a better math about the licensing constructs they have with the hyperscalers. They may have gone in for some amount of licensing based on the initial thought, but based on these cost visibility and resource optimization, they can look at better licensing models of committed usage, flat rate pricing, preemptible VMs, or even volume and contract discounting. These are the excellent levers that the finance team will now have based on the outcome of the work that we do with cost visibility.
Great. Can you talk to us about a client we may have worked with? You don't have to give names, but talk about a case study where we did these three things and it actually resulted in some real savings for the client.
True. There are multiple examples. One of the key one is a leading specialty glass and ceramics manufacturer. So they were on the AWS estate, which was set up some time back. And then multiple units within the organization obviously wanted to go on cloud in a big wave, and they started implementing and moving most of their applications on AWS cloud. That's when the cost spiraled up, and also they were not able to tag it back to the right business units. So we were engaged. Number one, as I told you, it's a matrix pattern that we follow. Some of the low effort and low savings. One was the idle resources. We looked at some of the compute resources that were set up, not used, and compute optimization also. For example, right sizing the EC2 instances, applying auto scaling, and scheduling on and off times for non-production instances in development and staging. So some of these very good examples that we were able to set up, and also implemented some of the start and stop scripts for database resources. Over a period of, I think I would say 6 to 9 months, we were able to get a business benefit cost optimization of close to 30 to 35%. And towards the end of the 12-month engagement, actually, we were able to save 50% of the cost that that was not optimized from the cloud investment. This was a big win for the customers.
Incredible. Udaya, thank you. And to everyone watching, if you want to see how we can help you on your Cloud FinOps journey, just reach out to us. This has been another Bristlecone broadcast. Thank you for tuning in.